Okay, so how do we know if our graph opens up or opens down? So it's all based on this first term. So if A is greater than 0, which means it's positive, right? Anytime you see this terminology, it's just a math way of saying we have positive numbers, then our graph is going to open up. It's positive. Think of it as a smiley face, okay? It's positive. If A is less than 0, that means it's negative. So this is another way to say we're dealing with negative numbers. Your parabola is going to open down. It's sad. It's negative. Okay? So positive opens up, negative opens down. If it opens up, so if A is positive and it opens up, what you have is a minimum value. Your vertex is at its lowest point. Okay? So you have a minimum. If it opens down, A is negative, you have a maximum. So it makes it very easy to decide what kind of graph I'm going to have based on my first number. So this is number 7 on page 70 in your math packet. This is our function. Our first term is negative, which automatically tells me that my parabola is going to go down. So I always draw that off to the side. So I know, okay, I know I'm going to have a parabola that goes down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you every step on how to find all the different parts of a parabola so that you can graph it. So the first part is we are looking for the vertex. We always look for the vertex first. The reason for that is because the vertex determines the axis of symmetry, it determines the domain, and it determines the range. So just by doing the vertex, we can answer 4 different questions. So we're going to start with the vertex. So remember, the vertex is either the highest point if it opens down, or it's the lowest point if it opens up. So in this case, we know ours opens down, so we know we have a maximum. And again, that's based on our first term is negative, so we know our parabola is going to open down. Okay? So vertex is found by using the vertex formula. So the vertex formula is x equals negative b over 2a. Now, this should look familiar to you. It's part of the quadratic equation, or quadratic formula, sorry. It's part of the quadratic formula. It's that first part. So we have negative b over 2a. Again, we get those values. This is my a, this is my b, and this is my c. So I can write that off to the side. A is negative 2, b is 4, and c is 1. So with the vertex formula, all I need to do is find a and b, because I have negative b over a. So my x value of the vertex, negative b, so negative 4 over 2 times a, and a is negative 2. So I have negative 4 over negative 4. So the x value of my vertex is 1. Now, how do you find the y value? Well, the y value is just you plug it back into the function. So with math terminology, it's going to look like this. Remember functional notation. To find my y, I'm just plugging my x value, the value I got for x, back into the original function. Okay? So I got 1 for my x value, so I'm going to plug my 1 back into the original equation. And now I'm going to solve. So 1 squared is 1. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1. Negative 2 plus 4 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So my vertex is at the point 1, 3. Okay? So I'm going to graph this as I go. So I'm going to go over 1 and up 3. There's my vertex. I also know that that is the highest point. So I know my graph is going to go down, which tells me I am going to have x-intercepts. Okay? So vertex formula works every single time. We're going to continue from here. Vertex formula, You find the x by doing negative b over 2a. You find the y by taking your x value that you just found and plugging it back into the original equation. And that's how you find your vertex.